Hello and welcome to Iron Stream. I'm back with Doobz and Thomas, and we're going to be reviewing and ranking the new Premier League football shirts. So I'm going to get the screen started up. All clubs have released their shirts so far, apart from Fulham. So we won't be able to have them, but apart from that. So, getting started with Arsenal. So, first thing about Arsenal's kit, I am going to be honest, I don't like it. Not just because it's Arsenal, but the pattern. I mean, the pattern has grown on me since the first time I saw it. But I mean, there's a lot of references to Highbury in their new kits, and I don't really understand it because that's a stadium they left like 14 years ago. It's got the same white sleeves with the red. I mean, they've changed the red a bit, but you still got the white sleeves like they normally have. And to be honest, I just don't overly like the kit. What's other people's thoughts?
It has grown on me since it was first released. I've given it a 5.
When I first saw this kit, I fell in love with it. I thought it is one of the best kits out there in the Premier League. I like the red. I like the pattern. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I think it looks nice. Also like the Adidas stripes on the almost like the inside of the sleeve outside the shirt on the side. So I gave this a 9 out of 10.
Wow. Okay, well, yeah, I think the pattern is something to do with Highbury. The away kit definitely is as well. But I gave it 3.5, to be honest. I just, some of the red just seems a bit too dark for me. So moving on to the next one, we've got Aston Villa.
Right. I'll just say, personally, I think this is the worst kit this season. I looked at it, and I'll be honest with you, this picture makes it look a lot better than the picture I saw. What do I like about it? Let's start. I don't like the colours. I know Aston Villa have not much say in that, but yeah, I don't like the colours. I don't like the stripes, you could say, they've got going on the front of the kit. Yeah. What else? Kazoo. Don't know who they are. Yeah, I don't like the text either. It's a bit weird. Yeah. What do you think, Samuel, of Aston Villa?
Well, Everton have got that kazoo thing as well, and I think it's terrible. I mean, it just looks bad on a shirt. I think this is so plain. I mean, you've just got blue sleeves. You've got maybe a little bit of a pinstripe pattern going on in the background of that claret there, but I think it's a very bad kit. I mean, I've given it a 3.5. Maybe that's being a bit too lenient. Maybe it deserves a 3, but 3.5.
Yeah. Well, I've never liked the way Kappa made the kits. How the badge is literally right up here, right at the top. I've given it a 3, and it certainly is one of the worst ones this season.
Okay, well, need to speed through these a bit more. Next one coming up, Brighton.
Well, it's an average kit. The pinstripes, they're all right. I've never really loved pinstripes or hated them, but on this one, they're not too bad. The collar is the bit that I don't like. It's horrible, isn't it, really? An American Express, well, it doesn't look too bad, I suppose, but the collar really just dragged this kit down. I've given it a 5 in the middle.
Yeah, I actually gave it a 5 as well. I do think the collar makes it almost not really look like a football shirt. I do quite like the colours. I think some pinstripes I don't really like. I think this works quite well. Got a gold Nike swoosh there. That looks all right. To be honest, I probably prefer the bigger blue and white stripes, a bit more white on the kit. But overall, I don't think it's too bad.
This kit actually grew on me, and I ended up giving it a 6 out of 10. To be honest with you, compared to some of the other collars, I think this is one of the better collars out there. I'll go into the ones which I don't like. I like the stripes, as people have already mentioned, and who doesn't love a bit of blue?
Okay. So Burnley, I've given this one a 3 out of 10. I mean, I don't really understand what's going on at the top there. Yeah, it's a dreadful kit, really. I mean, the blue doesn't go all the way up the sleeves. The sponsor's massive, and this is just not a very good kit.
Go on, Thomas. All right. Well, I've given this one a 5 because I think this picture makes it look slightly worse than how I saw it the first time. I don't like the collar, but I quite like the sleeves and the blue just down there a little bit. The sponsor is horrible, but we kind of got used to that with kits like that. So it's not that bad. I'd give it a 5.
Yeah, this is one of the collars I was talking about. I don't know what it is. It looks awful. This, I think, just sums up Umbro, basically. Yeah, once again, I don't like the colours. You can see I have something in common with claret and blue. But anyway, we'll move on.
So what rating have you given that one?
Oh, sorry, I gave that a solid 3 out of 10.
Okay.
Talking about threes, there's a massive one on the front of this shirt. However, I like the Chelsea shirt. Well, it's blue. Always love a bit of blue. It's simple, yeah, but it's got some funky arrows going. It looks like up and down. I don't know if you call them arrows or not, but that's what I've called them. It does look a bit like a set of pajamas. I'll be honest with you, but I think it's a lot better than the other ones. So I decided to give this actually a 7 out of 10.
That's really high. See, I don't like the pattern engraved in the kit. It's not for me. And if you see it from this angle, but you can't really see the pattern, it is just a blue shirt with a 3 in the middle. So yeah, not for me. I gave it a 4.
And just adding to that, actually, to be fair, until I actually looked at it close up, I didn't know there was actually a pattern there. I just saw it on the players, and it just looked like a plain blue kit with a massive 3 on it. And even though seeing the pattern, to be honest, I'm not too keen on it, and maybe worthy of a 3.5, but it's got a big number 3 on it, so I decided to give it a 3.
Well, Palace. Well, this one is the home kit, but they've actually released the away and the third kit with the exact same design with just different colours, and that is what I don't like. However, this kit on its own is quite nice. It's grown on me when I first saw it, and I've given it a 6, which is my highest so far. I like the arrow through the middle. The sponsor isn't great, but it looks all right in my opinion.
You know, I don't mind this sponsor. I don't think it looks too bad on the kit. And to be honest, I actually quite liked this kit. I mean, the arrow is slightly odd, but I don't mind that. And obviously, the blue and red colour combination goes nicely together. And they've tried to do something a little different with it. I think my only problem is they've used the same template for both their home kit, away kit, and third kit. And I think that just completely ruins the entire thing. And it's just lazy from Puma. And it's what so many brands have done. Even for different teams, they've used the same template. So I have actually given it only a 4.5.
The first time I saw this kit, I hated it, and I gave it a 1. However, I'll be honest with you, it's grown on me so much, I decided to give it a 2 instead. I think it's quite lazy because they've used the same colours from last year, and they've just basically made the same kit in just different colours. I don't like the massive W there. I don't know why the red doesn't go all the way up to the shoulders. And yeah, it's not very nice in my opinion.
Okay, and so the next one is Everton. So I honestly, if you get rid of the Hummel arrows and that Kazoo sponsor, I think this is a brilliant kit. I really like the blue colour. What I don't know, not really sure what's going on up there, but it looked good. No messing around with the collar, but yeah, Hummel arrows, to be honest, it feels a bit like a cheap version of Adidas's stripes to me. And yeah, the Kazoo sponsor just kind of ruins the whole kit. So I've given it a 5. Could have been higher, but yeah.
I agreed with Samuel. I also gave them a 5. I like the arrows. I like how they've got just a nice white stripe at the end of the sleeves going on. Not a fan of Kazoo, as I've mentioned. This is one of the better colours. Still not the best, but there you go.
Yeah, well, Kazoo on the Villa kit didn't look great, but on this one, I think it fits nicely. And I'm actually a big fan of the Hummel chevrons. And the kit in general is just really, really nice. And actually, my highest rating so far, I've given it an 8.
Right, Leeds. Simple, but I do like it. It's just a nice white and blue shirt. It'd be nice, I think, if there was a bit more on it, because it is just a white shirt with blue. So yeah, It could have been a bit more creative, but you know they're back in the Premier League. You can't complain about their kit really. So I decided to give them a 6 out of 10 because otherwise, you know, it's just an average kit.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, it's not necessarily like I hate it, but that's because there's nothing to hate because there's hardly anything there. It's very much, it's a white shirt with a really long sponsor on it. The O doesn't fit in with the rest of the letters. You've got an SBTOP, but then is that an O as well? Yeah, you've got the O, and it just doesn't look good. So yeah, I think it's really plain. It's quite a lazy effort, really. 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether because Leeds were coming up the Premier League after 25 years out or whatever, I was expecting a decent kit. But then they released this, and it's just a white T-shirt with a couple of Adidas sponsors and stuff. And the Spo top, yeah, I agree. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, I've given it a 3. Sorry, Leeds. Leicester. Now, this is the second Adidas kit where they've used the weird shoulder design. I don't like it. The way it's the line here, it just doesn't look right. The Thailand smiles with you. Well, it looks all right. I don't know what it really means, but the rest of the kit, it's not that bad. I could have been a bit harsh here, I suppose. I did give it a 3, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I have to say about this kit is blue. I mean, you look at every Leicester kit from over the years, every time it's just blue. I mean, maybe the shade of blue maybe slightly changes. Maybe this is a bit lighter than some Leicester kits. But I just think it's too plain. Like, Leicester kits, they just never go anywhere. So I've given it a 3.5.
This is one of the cars I was talking about. I don't know what's really going on here. It's a bit like almost like fat and chunky. And then the Adidas stripes, there's any point of them because they're so little and short. The sleeves is, yeah, I don't know what's going on at the end of the sleeve. It looks like they're wearing like a armband or something. Yeah, so I decided to give this a 5 out of 10, and I was definitely not smiling with Leicester when I saw this kit.
Okay, Liverpool. Yeah, to be honest, it's a plain red shirt with green and white on it. I mean, the green and white collar and below the sleeves. I don't think it works too well. I don't think the green goes with the red. I actually did give this one a 4 out of 10, but perhaps I was being a bit lenient because, yeah, I'm not a fan of this kit.
Yeah, I also gave it a 4. It's pretty simple, but they added I thought it was blue. I don't know if I'm colourblind or something, but I thought it was blue.
Blue?
Blue?
Yeah, it looks blue to me anyway. But,
green?
Yeah. Well, whatever colour it is, it doesn't really work. It's something a little bit different. They tried it, but it didn't come off, so I gave it a 4.
Right. I saw the green and I liked it. I like how they've put green on it because they normally never do. Yeah, it looks quite good in these pictures, and the picture I saw looked pretty good as well. I do prefer this colour to other ones. I think I do like the comparison of red then to white to green, and I gave this a 7 out of 10. Right, this is the definition of, I wouldn't say, disaster is a bit too harsh. Let me explain my opinions here. I like the design, the blue and like white cracks like an earthquake's going on. However, then it stops on the back. On the back of the shirt, it's just plain blue, and I don't know what's happened there. It's like the person's forgot to put the design on the back. Nothing wrong with the collar, just simple collar. Your sponsor's big enough. Blue and white is always a nice combination, and in the end, I decided to give Man City a 6 out of 10 for this home kit.
Yeah,
well,
I don't really know what I think. Sorry, I don't really know what I think about this kit because I don't like the pattern. However, I look at it and it's not. It looks decent, so I'm not sure what to give it. I gave it a 4 in the end. You know, it's got the classic Etihad Airways they've had for years and stuff. Yeah, I agree with Thomas about the not being on the back, but the collar's all right. So yeah, I gave it a 4.
I went for a 5.5 because I actually, when you first glance at it from away, it actually almost looks a bit like a swimming pool and like with the sun shining down on it. And that actually looks really nice. But then when you actually do view it closer, it is a bit more, like Thomas said, like an earthquake. And Yeah, I still don't mind it. I think it's quite a decent kit. I've given it 5.5, so yeah, it could be a lot worse. And the sponsors all right, and that's something we've seen with a lot of Premier League kits. The sponsors just ruin the kit, and that's not the case here. So
Well, I actually really like this Man United kit. They've had some dodgy ones over the years, but classic Chevrolet they've had for a number of years now. But I really like it. The pattern works really nicely. Some people have compared it to a bus seat, but well, maybe. But for me, it looks quite nice in a football shirt, and I gave it an 8.
On Samuel.
yeah, what a bus seat! There really is a bus seat. I mean, like I've seen photos of even train seats as well as bus seats, and it literally looks like this is where the design came from. I mean, that is all it is. Like that is the entire pattern. So I don't like it at all. 3 out of 10.
I think, as well as the Arsenal kit, these are the two best kits this season. I'm used to getting on buses, and I'll be honest with you, this is more like a old-fashioned bus seat they've gone for rather than a more modern-day bus seat.
Does that make it a good thing?
Yeah, because the new modern bus seats don't really have any style; they're just big grey chunks. Anyway, I like it. I would wear. If I had to get on the bus and wear the shirt, I would definitely get on that bus and wear this shirt. I decided to give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh no,
Oh,
9.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, so next up we've got Newcastle. 4.5 for me. I mean, I don't mind the kit. I think it's an all right kit, but at the end of the day, it scores no higher than a 4.5 because it's just a bit bland, really. It's black and white stripes, so yeah.
Yeah, it is literally black and white stripes, and that's it. Last year they tried something different with the badge in the middle, but this season they just went back to very simple. But I think it works. I like it, so I gave it a 7.
I like Newcastle's kits basically because it's black and white, and no one really else is as good as in black and white really in the Premier League. However, this one is a bit simple. However, maybe simplicity is good when you've got the colours black and white. So I decided to give it 6 out of 10.
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United. I would love this kit a lot more if they changed two things. First of all, the collar once again, not a fan of it, and then you get to the shoulder with the Adidas stripes and just the random bits of white. I don't know why the red stripes couldn't go all the way up to the shoulder, and why the Adidas stripes couldn't go further down into the arm, into the sleeve. But other than that, I do love a bit of red and white. I think it's the best colour scheme you can go for out there. I decided to give this a 6 out of 10 in the end.
Yeah, well, I like the black with the red and white. I think it works quite nicely. The V-neck collar, it's a bit weird. I mean, all V-neck collars are not great, but I think it looks a bit better because it's black. And as well with the thing where you've got a white gap here and the stripes not going full way, it actually kind of reminds me of Celtic's home shirt from last season where it had hoops like that and then had a bit of white up here. And to be honest, I didn't like that at first, but it did grow on me a bit. And I actually think this is it's a fairly decent kit. So I've given it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I said about the Adidas design earlier with the Leicester kit, with the shoulder and the collar. And this is the same. I don't really like how the stripes just stop. But other than that, it is a decent looking kit. I like the blend of red, white, and black, so I gave it a 6. Yes, Southampton. Well, oh dear, oh dear. First of all, the diagonal stripe down the middle. I've never liked those. And normally it's something you put on your away kit or a third kit. But here, Southampton have gone and slapped on their home kit, when normally they just have red and white stripes. And then they've also got the shield around the badge, which doesn't work for me. The sponsor is well, I certainly can't read that. So I don't like it at all. I gave it a 2, which is my lowest so far.
Yeah, I have given it a 4. Actually, looking at it again here, I have no idea why I gave it a 4 because it's hideous. You've got a terrible collar, a massive logo, and I don't know what language that writing is, but there's a lot of Premier League shirts with that, and it didn't look great. Obviously, logo in the shield, that white stripe on a red background, just nothing special. Yeah, I gave it a 4, but I kind of regret giving it a 4 because I don't know what I was thinking. It's horrible.
So I gave this a 7. Do I regret giving it a 7? Probably, yeah. However, once again, red and white, who doesn't love it? I like the black on the end of the collar. I like the main one diagonal stripe going down the kit. I think it's better than last season's kit because I didn't like what they did with the black on the shoulders. I actually can read the sponsor in the shirt. It actually says LD Sports for those who can't read English. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see the badge before, how they've got like a white crest going round the actual badge, which I wasn't really a fan of what Man United did last season, and I'm probably not a fan of what Southampton have done with it this season. However, I gave it a 7, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously it says LD Sports, but it's also got some other writing on it as well. And I didn't actually say you couldn't read it. I said it looks bad, which it does.
I think Daniel said he couldn't read it, so...
Yeah, I can't read it. I can read LD Sports. Anyway, Spurs.
Okay, Tottenham. Honestly, when this kit first got leaked on Footy headlines, I saw it and I thought, oh, this is disgusting. Because normally what the problem is with Nike, ever since Tottenham ditched Under Armour, is they did what they've done to England. They just make these plain white shirts with nothing on them. This one, I don't like the sleeves. I mean, the pattern, I don't like the pattern in the background. It has grown on me since I first saw it, which is why I've given it a 4. And I do think it looks better on the players than it does just as a shirt. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this.
Yeah, again, with the Man City one and similar to this one, I'm not sure whether I like this kit or if I hate this kit. It's just, I respect Nike for doing something with it rather than just a plain white shirt. The pattern is all right. I quite like the sleeves, actually. And the collar is, it's decent. And when you look at it close up, I don't like it. But when you look at the picture on the left of Harry Kane there, it looks decent with the shorts and the socks as well. So, yeah, I gave it a 5.
I think Harry Kane's face sums it up for me, really. It's kind of like not like a full-on smile, more like I'm wearing this okay shirt. I don't like the sleeves. I don't know why there's yellow on it around the collar. It's a bit random. I do like the background design though on the front of the shirt, although it's invisible on Harry Kane's picture, but close up you can see it. So I decided to give this a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, well, actually, that collar is similar to one that was on, I think, was it the 2014-15 kit? And I actually quite like the collar, and I almost think the yellow saves the kit, because in the past you have had quite a few Tottenham shirts with yellow on it. And I actually quite like that part of the shirt. So
West Brom. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Let's just say that when I first saw this, I thought the person who has designed it had made a mistake with the kit. It's how do I describe it? Vile. I would say it's not the worst kit out there. However, it's not the best. What don't I like? The stripes are inconsistent, and I'm a bit OCD, so that's a bit frustrating for me. I don't know what they've done between the sleeve and the main shirt. Like between that, that looks awful. The front, I don't like how there's one blue thick stripe, and all the rest the stripes which are blue are thin. Do like the collar though, and I felt a bit bad for West Brom because they're probably going to go straight back down. So I showed a bit of sympathy for my rating. I gave them a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, well, I might not have OCD, but I really like the barcode design, how they've gone something different, and I think it works. I really like it. The 2 thick stripes for the Puma and West Brom badge. The ideal boilers just slapped on the shirt. Well, I'm not sure what to think about that, which is why I haven't given it a 10. However, I haven't given it a 7 because I do like the stripes and the barcode effort.
Well, Doobz, I don't know what your problem is with ideal boilers, because that actually fits quite well with the actual kit because it's navy and white. But I'll tell you what, this is not the ideal kit. This is disgusting. I mean, worst kit of the Premier League season. I mean, definitely, because those stripes are not even. Like, it's a very bad kit. I mean, the stripes have got to be even to make it look half decent, but it just looks a mess. Like, someone's just got a pen and started drawing a wacky design, and yeah, then they've been like, yeah, that'll do. So yeah, I don't like that one.
Well, West Brom did something different, but here West Ham haven't done anything different. It is literally copy and paste from previous seasons. They've made the badge blend in with the rest of the shirt, so it's even more dull. The sleeves look a little bit weird. They go too far up for me, but I suppose if they hadn't have done that, it would literally be worth about £5. So yeah, I don't like it in that they haven't changed anything. However, it's not a bad kit, so I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.5. I actually don't mind the kit. I think it's an all right kit, but the fact that there's just no element of creativity there, it does look very similar to one of the West Ham shirts a few seasons ago. And the collar as well is not amazing. It's just a bit with the blue. They could just get rid of that and it would probably look better. Yeah.
They've played it safe, and that's why I've decided to give them a 4. I mean, at least they didn't take a risk and end up with a West Brom or a Crystal Palace or a Burnley. But I think it's a bit disappointing, really. It's just like every season. So yeah, 4 out of 10 for me.
And then we finish off with Wolves. Honestly, probably my favourite Premier League shirt for this season. I kind of like the pattern. It works well with the colour of the shirt, the black and gold combination. Another one of those weird sponsors with weird writing on it. But I actually don't mind it so much on this colour scheme. I think it works quite nicely, and I've given it a 6.
I'm sure I get told off by Wolves fans for calling this colour orange because they like to call it old gold, but it is orange. I've never liked orange. However, the kit is quite good. I like the sleeves. Last season they had the whole thing was orange, whereas this season they've got the black sleeves. And the pattern in the shirt, it's all right, but I'm not too sure, so I gave it 5.
I like this gold kit, and gold is orange, so it's the same thing basically. I decided to give it a 6. I was surprised that Simon says this is his favourite. I only gave it a 6. I thought he would have given it a bit higher. But nice kit, nice colour scheme, and I like the design of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's not like I love it, which is why it's only a 6. To be honest, I mean, based on the fact that my highest rating was a 6, I do think most of the kits are quite disappointing this season. But there we go. So, and yeah, we've got the final one. Fulham haven't released their kit yet. So thanks a lot, Fulham. You've ruined the video. So we have the final table. Somehow Manchester United win with their bus seat. A relegation zone of Burnley, Aston Villa, and of course Fulham. Few top teams with a mid-table finish there: City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. Sheffield United top 4, as are Newcastle, drawn with Arsenal as well. So that's that for this video. Do subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and see you in the next one.